Okay, so boom, right? The scene opens up with Shifu getting that Disney Channel bully treatment. Just as he's getting ready to meet the Wu, Po fat ass walks in. And just look at this nigga, bruh. After all that training, this nigga still out of breath from a flight of stairs. He then tells Tai Lung that he's a Dragon Warrior, which Tai Lung responds by laughing at him. And to be real, I kinda understand. That's like Yuta coming up to you and telling you he's a good character. Nigga's a fraud. After Tai Lung roasts the fuck out of Po, Po then pulls out the Dragon Scroll. And this man Tai Lung wasted no time. He got straight to the action. He gave my man Po a stiff ass jab. And look at the excitement on this nigga's face. From that look alone, I could tell bro was ready to cue the end credits. But this moment of joy was short-lived, cause this nigga Po bounced off the wall and hit this nigga with 900 pounds of force. And just look at the look on Tai Lung's face, bruh. Ain't no way this big, hefty, circle-built ass nigga knocked me back like this. But that didn't keep him down for long though. This man spun back faster than Kurapika did for his clan. Tai Lung then charges at Po, but Po, ducking the fade per usual, attempts to run away. But y'all know this nigga Po's like 600 pounds, so it takes him about 30 minutes to turn around. Tai Lung then tackles Po, but Po somehow still reaches out to grab the scroll. And that man Tai Lung must have been over it, cause he grabbed Po ass, hit my nigga with a super knee, sent that boy ass crashing to the ground like a nuclear missile. This man Po then bounced off a roof, landed to a tree, and then somehow snapped it back to let it hit Tai Lung. And by this point, I know Tai Lung was getting annoyed, bruh. This man Po got the most unorthodox style of fighting I've ever seen. He out here giving my man Tai Lung belt the ass on accident. Tai Lung then charges at Po again and hit this nigga with a mean ass kick to the jaw, sending him flying down the flight of stairs. Tai Lung then jumps onto Po trying to snatch the scroll from my nigga hands, but Po was holding that shit so tight, you would have thought it was a couple donuts in there. Tai Lung then kicks this nigga hard as hell in the face. Bro stretched Po neck out like a damn slinky. I didn't even know Panda's neck was that long. Now y'all remember when I said Po had an unorthodox style of fighting? This scene right here is where it was really showcased, bruh. They both began rolling down the stairs, and Tai Lung was actually landing some pretty clean shots right here. He was out here giving my nigga Po that chiropractor treatment. But y'all gotta remember what the name of this movie is, bruh. Every punch this man Tai Lung connected came with a heavy price to pay, bruh. And that was a price I don't think nobody on earth wanna deal with. This man Tai Lung was out here getting raw, uncut pandussy to the face. This man Po stepped on this nigga's head, made him sniff his armpit, and gave bro a jaw full of ass. Shit, if I was Tai Lung, forget all that fighting stuff. I'm getting the tool, bruh. I'm finna blow you, your daddy, and your master down. Maybe even myself, just for you putting your ass on my face. Damn. After that long ass fall, the scroll somehow gets jarred free. And right when Tai Lung was about to grab it, this nigga Po used some spaghetti noodles to grab that bitch. I think by this point, Tai Lung was starting to see that plot armor kick in. Bro mouth opens wider and wider every time something happens. Po then ends up bouncing the scroll off his head, which sends it flying into the air. Tai Lung runs past him and attempts to jump in the air, but this man Po somehow grabbed his ankles and sat him down the side of a cart, and this somehow sends him flying in the direction of the scroll. Now I understand this is a cartoon, but I call cap. Ain't no way you finna sit right here and tell me that Tai Lung had enough weight to launch Po's fat ass into the sky, bruh. The math just doesn't add up. Po then gets sent flying into a bunch of trees and comes out with some bamboo sticks. And after seeing Tai Lung get pretty close to the scroll, he launches a pan straight at this nigga's face. Got bro looking like something from an art museum. While Tai Lung was still trying to get the piece of art off his face, Po kicked a bunch of pans over the scroll to confuse him. All I can say is I hope Tai Lung didn't put no money on this shit, cause he definitely not winning. Tai Lung not having the time for this shit just knocks all the pans out the way. And when he attempts to reach for the scroll, Po just start mixing his ass up. And at this point, I'm just more surprised that the bamboo sticks could hold his fat ass up. He had this man Tai Lung getting the meanest blender. Got bro out there looking like he playing Twister. Tai Lung being fed up slaps the sticks away and goes for the scroll. But Po's big ass falls on top of him as a result. And at this point, I'm starting to feel for my boy Tai Lung. If being Dragon Warrior means you gotta get sit on by a fat ass nigga, you can have that shit. Tai Lung then kicks Po off of him and sends him flying into a firework cart, which Po uses to launch towards the scroll. This nigga then crashes into a building, losing the scroll. I'm starting to think neither one of these niggas want the scroll, bruh. Tigers really should have been the real Dragon Warrior if you want to be real. But that's a conversation for another day. After the scroll got launched all the way at the top, this nigga Po pitches the scroll as a cookie to give himself the motivation to go up there and go get it. Like, gang, do you not know this is a life or death situation and you think about cookies right now? But I mean, whatever gets the job done. And I know I was doing a lot of hating on Po, but he was moving kind of different right here. Tai Lung, after seeing this, decides to just break the whole goddamn building down. And after doing this, it sends the scroll flying. Po attempting to get to the scroll kicks a bunch of towels in this nigga Tai Lung face. Po gets the scroll, but Tai Lung hits this nigga with a 360 down smash. And then to wrap it up, he hits him with a double fist Superman dive. After everything is settled, we see Po ass laid out on the ground. After all that hardship and turmoil, Tai Lung finally got his hand on the legendary Dragon Scroll. And I know he couldn't contain his excitement, bro. Bro out here acting like Ash after he get a Pokemon badge. But he did all this just to open it and find out that it's nothing in the goddamn scroll. And then Po gon' get up talking about there is no secret ingredient. Shit is about to be one, I'm finna bake your ass. Tai Lung not trying to hear that man character shit, just immediately goes to punch Po. But when he hits him, he sees his move is not working. All the fat on Po's body must have nullified amplified the damage of the move. And after seeing it not working, he just starts spamming like it's the only move he knows. And as a response to this, he hit Poe with a double fist punch. That Poe absorbs and sends right back at him. I know for a fact Tai Lung head ringing from that damn punch. Tai Lung then rushes back in to get some more of that action, but Poe was blocking and weaving everything he was throwing. He even put all 500 of those pounds on that nigga foot. Tai Lung failing to land a single punch, starts retreating. This man Poe got so disrespectful that he just walked up and slapped the fuck out of bro. Gave my boy that Will Smith treatment. He even looked bro straight in his eyes as he did it. Poe then slams this nigga into the ground, hits a backflip, lands on this nigga head, and then grabs his tail. Hey bro, we might have to arrest Master Shifu. This is not no kung fu, bro. This is just an ass whooping. Don't remember him teaching Poe nothing like this at all. He then started treating this nigga Tai Lung like a pinata. He gave bro ass a headbutt, a kick, and a slam to the ground. Poe was really out here moving different. Shit, I'm gonna be real. If I was Tai Lung, I would have been left, bro. My pride would have been saved. And that's not even the worst part, bro. He then makes Tai Lung bite his own tail. Had bro ass sound like a baby cat. He then attempted to make Tai Lung catch some of that ass that he had. And Tai Lung, being scary as hell, gets launched far as hell. I mean, he even got bro scraping his face all on the ground. And this man Tai Lung still wanted more. After launching him into the sky and creating this cartoon ass crater, Tai Lung still crawled out talking shit, even with his health bar blinking. That nigga out here looking like a drunk dad who just got off work. Bro stumbles his way to Poe and attempts to throw one last punch, but Poe catches his finger and lifts that pinky up. He was getting ready to hit Tai Lung with that whooshy finger hold. Tai Lung attempts to say that he's bluffing, but one thing about Big Poe, he don't never bluff. And y'all wanna know the worst part about getting hit with this move? The whole world knows you got hit with that move.
I'm from the land with teens told, tighten up and get free smoke. I'ma start with that fire, I stay in beast mode. Niggas robbing the niche song, the risk is high, the ravens is cheap.